Are you in the beginning stages of your awakening journey? You're just kind of rubbing your eyes and saying, oh my God, what happened? Why am I looking at the world differently? Or have you been here for decades and you're just kind of moving along and realizing, oh, this thing, that thing, right? I can see all these things now. Regardless where you are on this journey, I want to talk about fast versus slow. And so if you're interested in, thinking about how to move forward on your journey, are you your own guru? Are you your own master? Or are you just constantly following other people and sort of hoping that they will help you somehow? Then stick around because I'm going to talk about this today. My name is Marie and I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so thankful that you're here and I welcome you to this channel. What I wanted to talk about today is something that I reflected upon this morning. So I was thinking about the whole awakening journey and what has happened to me, what I've seen have happened to other people, and all these different traps that we can fall into that are so easily, they're there all the time because we kind of, as soon as we learn this word like enlightenment or awakening, we have this idea in our head, we're like, oh, that sounds amazing. I want that. It sounds like they're happy all the time. And because it's they, right? It's not me. It's like, it sounds like they're happy all the time. It sounds amazing. It's like this paradise, on earth. And how can I get there? How can I experience this, right? And so what ends up happening is we're standing there, we're kind of worrying and wondering, how can I achieve this, right? We're so used to being in a classroom type of setting. Like we know that, oh, if I want this, then I need to go to college and I need to learn all these things. Or if I want this, I need to, take all these classes or whatever. Essentially, what ends up happening is we start doing the very same thing. And I did too. I am just as much there as you are. We start to like take a class on, awakening your inner being or healing your inner child, or we take like a class on shamanism, and we read all these books, the latest books about from Dr. Joe Dispenza, or any of this stuff, right? And it's all valid, it's all legit. I think we all should be doing that. But what my reflection was this morning is like, can we actually learn our way to enlightenment? Can we actually like teach ourselves the right technique in order to get there? And is there a fast way to get there, a shortcut, and should I take it? Or is it a long and slow and painful way and I'm never going to get there? Because that could be the other thing that we're feeling, right? Like I'm going to have to sit there on this meditation pillow for 30 years and I'm never going to get there, right? I'm here to tell you, first of all, you're already there. And this is like the most funny thing, right? When people told me that in the beginning, I was like, what do you mean I'm already here? I am not here. Like, I know that I'm not enlightened. I know I'm not sitting on a pillow and going, the whole day. I know I got this mind going crazy. I know my body, like, I know I'm not there. But I'm here to tell you now, from sort of somewhere along the journey, that you're already there. And the reason you don't know that you're already there is because you're not aware of it yet. And this sounds like the craziest thing ever. But it's kind of like, you know how when you have this memory from your childhood that you've forgotten about, and then somebody reminds you and you said, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that person. I remember this situation, but you had forgotten, right? You had forgotten about it. It was gone from your memory. But all it took was a friend of you saying, no, you remember, we were there and we talked to this person. Oh yeah, we did that. That's what awakening is like. I promise you, it's a remembrance. And once you remember that, oh, this is what it's supposed, that's how I'm feeling. This is how everything is interconnected. This is the true nature of us. It'll feel like a remembrance. So I'm here today to remind you that you already know. You already know what it's like. You already remember. You just need someone to poke that memory, or maybe a few someones, and tell you, you do know. It's always been within you. Your entire life. You were never without this. It's always been here with you. Okay? Now that we're convinced of that, or maybe not, how do we get there to this location that we want to get, where we feel like I still need to get somewhere, because this woman here is telling me, Marie is my name, by the way, that I'm already there, but it doesn't feel like it for me. So I also need to get there. And that's this and or type of situation that we're in this world with. It's not like a or, like I'm already there or I'm here. It's an and. You're here and you're already there. So you might need to take a few steps in order to get here, but you will then actually laugh at yourself and say, I was here already. I just had to take all these classes. I had to read all these books. I had to listen to all these videos to realize I actually was here already. So when you start on your journey to here, what do? Right? There seems like there's all these shortcuts, and that's what was my thought this morning. So for example, for a while there was this talk about Kundalini awakening, then there's been ayahuasca and all these other medicines, right? And there's all these other things. It's like, how do you induce a state quickly so that you can get somewhere fast, right? And I think that has its advantages if you're ready, which I think truly we never are, because when we actually truly start to realize what it's like for your ego to die, we're going to be like, no, take me back. Take me back to where I was, because that was much more comfortable. It's nice to read about your ego dying in a book. When you actually experience it, you're going to feel like you are dying. You're going to feel like your whole life is falling apart. You're going to feel like you're the biggest mess on earth. And by the way, you're not, because everyone else is going through it as well. And we're all feeling the same thing. But the ego is such a big part of us that when that starts to crumble, it feels like we're dying. So do you want your ego to die fast? Maybe you do. But then when you start to notice that feeling after that initial Kundalini awakening and everything just starts, happening to you because you now went there quickly, so to speak, you might regret that a little bit. It's like, which path do you choose? Or would you rather say, okay, I'm going to take this class, I'm going to read this book, and then I'll slowly get there. I'll slowly experience all these ego deaths, which, by the way, even when they're small, they're not fun. It feels like falling down, and then you have to scrape yourself up and get up again. And also, the last thing is in this and universe is that you're not in control. So you can go to as many ayahuasca ceremonies as you want, but it might not be your time. It might not be your time to start to see. Or you can read one book and then boom, everything dawns on you and you're just like, wow, look at that. I'm still here and I was always here. How interesting. So, I don't really have a recommendation for you. I just want you to be aware of that you can start to do things, and maybe you want to go fast, maybe you want to go slow, maybe you want to go somewhere in between, but that final key is not yours to open whatever needs to be open. It belongs to your soul. It belongs to your planning that you've done before that says, you're not quite ready yet. Remember, we planned this. It's going to happen this, and this way, right? Okay. But I'm here to encourage you to be your own guru, to be your own master. Don't fall for all these things, have no problems for the rest of your life if you come to my workshop. It's 30 minutes long. Pay $5.99 here, please, right? Be aware, Be aware. Does this resonate with you? Are you aligned with this? And I also want to put a word of caution out there. There's a lot of false gurus out there. Sense into your stomach and say, is this for me? Is this something that I should be doing? Or is this something that I'm doing because I'm trying to forward, move a little fast? And this entire journey is really just to come back to you. So you might as well start there. Trust in yourself. Trust in your own intuition, even if you feel like you have none. I promise you that you do. When you meet a person for the first time and you're just like, whoa, what is that? That's your entire body telling you, you have intuition. When you get up in the morning and you're just like, I don't know, something weird is going to happen today. It happens. Yeah. So trust yourself. Trust your own internal navigational system. And the best thing I think that you could invest in, if you want to invest in yourself, is building that navigational system. Supporting that. Figuring out, like, how can you help yourself? How can you learn things so that you can feel more comfortable in trusting in the system that you already have to begin with? So remember that this journey is about you. It's not about anybody else. It's not about how fast or slow you're moving. It's not about that, your neighbor, she fell down and woke up and now she's like, oh my God, she's, Gandhi, right? It's not about that. It's not about comparing yourself to anyone else. It's about you. It's about what you want. If you want to take that Kundalini class and boom, it happens for you tomorrow. Awesome. If you want to sit down on a pillow and you feel like meditating is the right way for you, or if you want to listen to Adya Shanti, or if you want to, whatever it is, that's where you are right now. And that's what you need to honor. This is not a win type of situation. This is you're here to experience this type of situation. And be nice to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sending you all the love and hugs and kisses in the world. I hope you're well. Leave me a comment asking anything that you want. And I love you. Namaste.